Shake out wrists and elbows and shake the whole body. And step out to a wider stance and we'll loosen up the waist. Okay, and now bring the feet together and we'll loosen up the knees. Change direction. And now we'll do the ankles. Change direction. Now the other foot. And change direction. All right. Inhale, exhale. Internal part of this would be to put the mind in the Ming Men. Hold this stretch for 3 seconds. Inhale. Bend down, keeping your back as straight as possible. That's exhale. Pull up on the toes. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, straighten up. Exhale. Make the healing sound. So when we make the healing sound, of course, the mind is in the kidneys. And imagine as you make the sound, energy releases from the kidney area, also stale energy coming out through the mouth. So in and out. We feel as though we're pushing up gently with the palms. Mind in the Ming Men. In. And that gives us our 3 seconds. And out, bend down. Pull up on the toes. Put your mind in the bubbling well cavities at the bottoms of your feet. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, straighten up, and exhale and in and out. The pushing up with the palms stretches your energy up and down. Mind in the Ming Men opens the gate for kidney energy. In, out to bend down. Pull up on toes, mind in the bubbling wells. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, come up. Exhale. In and out. In, out, bend down. Pull up on toes, mind in the bubbling wells. In, out. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale. In and out. In, out to bend down. In and out. Inhale, come up. Exhale and sway. In and out. In out. In, out. Inhale, come up. Exhale, try. You keep practicing and you'll find that gradually you become more flexible. And so that's the nice thing about Qigong is very slowly and gently it improves your balance, your range of motion, your flexibility, and to a degree your strength. Okay, so now let's look at that one with the enhancements that are optional to add to the exercise. So we have 2 enhancements, and they should be done in this order. So the first enhancement is to shift the weight as we pull up on the toes. And since that is gentler than the next enhancement, which is twisting to the side, we should do the gentler one first in order to allow the muscles to adjust, warm up before they do the more strenuous exercise. So in and out, in, out and bend down. Pull up on the toes, shift your weight from side to side, and continue to breathe. And then come back to center, inhale, come up, exhale, and sway. Now, an issue with this one is how many times do you shift your weight? And there's no set number, but the blood's going to your head as you bend down like that. So there may be a limit for individuals as to how long they can comfortably stay bent like that. And of course, we need to remember to breathe. Side view of this one. In and out. In, out and bend down. Pull up on the toes, shift the weight side to side. And don't forget to breathe. And we'll come up as we inhale and exhale. Now turn in and show the back view. In and out. In. Out to bend down. Pull up on the toes, continue to breathe. Shift the weight from side to side. Come back to center, inhale, come up. Exhale and sway. And of course, the longer you're bent down like that, the more likely it is for older folk to feel a little bit lightheaded when they come up. So that's another issue with staying down so long. Okay, one more. In and out. In, out. In, continue to breathe. Come back to center. Inhale, come up. Exhale and sway. All right, so that's the first enhancement. Questions on that one? You want to be careful not to overdo that one. And of course, for the whole set, people who are new to the set should be careful about overdoing because they're going to have a sore back the next day. Probably not used to that much manipulation of the lower back. Okay, the second enhancement. You build up to it and it's fine, but when you start off, you might get a little sore. So everything the same except we're going to twist. We're going to grab the feet and twist. So in and out, in, out to bend down, and the left hand goes on the left heel, and the right hand goes on the outside of the ball of the left foot. We twist. Then we go to the other side. Right hand goes on the right heel, and the left hand goes on the outside of the ball of the right foot, and twist. And you can do that again. Twist and twist. Come back to center. Inhale, come up. Exhale and I'll turn and show the side. And I want my feet straight ahead. In, out, in, out and bend down. Reach across and twist. And continue to breathe. Reach to the other side. And again. Come back to center. Inhale, come up. Exhale and try. All right. So those are the two enhancements. Questions on the second enhancement? The goal of the twist is to feel the twist in this area. So, primarily I'm twisting with the hands, but I am doing so in a way that creates the twist area in the muscles that are over the kidneys. Maybe the rear view would help. In and out. In, out. Arms pulling, but I can feel the stretch going all the way up to here. So I'm not twisting the legs, okay? I'm not doing this. I'm keeping my butt in the same position and twisting. So now I feel right here over the kidney area, the twist. So yeah, I'm not twisting legs like this, okay? Knees stay straight ahead. And now I feel over this area the tightening of the muscles. Okay. So yeah, feet stay flat on the floor and the knees stay straight ahead. So I'm twisting, and the twisting then ends up being conveyed up to the kidney area. If I let the knees turn, then the twisting effect on the kidney area will be lost because the knees will have done some of the twisting. So, yeah, okay. Other questions? All right, let's go to the Phoenix opens its wings. We stand with the feet, I like the shoulder width apart, a little wider than hip width. So for the two hands to hold the toes, hip width is good, but I like a little bit wider for this one. And we bend 90 degrees. So reach across with the right hand, grab the outside of the left leg, right at the knee area. And the left hand, fingers point up towards the ceiling. Now I'm twisting. I'm pulling my arm here. Now again, my feet stay flat on the floor, my knees stay straight ahead, so that I do the twisting right here in the kidney area. And I'm looking up towards my hand and the ceiling. And then come back to center. And then reach across with the other hand and twist. Okay. Now breathing pattern. So bend down, inhale, exhale. Hold the position, inhale. Exhale, come back to center, start back to center, inhale. Exhale, reach across and twist. Hold the position, inhale. Exhale, come back to center. In and out. In, out. Come back to center. In, out. In, come back to center. In, out. In, come back to center. In, out. In, out. Come back to center, straighten up and try. So this exercise is similar as far as the use of the sound in the exercise. This one is similar to the piece number 5 in the 8 pieces. Sway the head and swing the tail to eliminate the heart fire. Because if we want to use the sound, we need to straighten up as we exhale, and then make the sound as we finish our exhale when we're erect. Because if we make the sound when we're bent down, it's not going to be able to have its desired effect of releasing stale qi from the kidney area, because the area around the kidneys will be still tense from being bent over. So if you do 6 to 12 repetitions of Phoenix opens its wings, and you want to use the sound, then you decide how often you want to straighten up during those repetitions. And of course, you could straighten up after each round. You could straighten up and make the sound if you wanted to, or every 2 rounds, or every 3 rounds, or if you're going to do 12, every 4 rounds. So that's just a matter of how your preference as to how much you like to use the sound and how much time you have, because using the sound will add a few more seconds to each repetition, to each round. Questions on the Phoenix? Okay, good question. And so 90-degree angle here. Now, so this means the back is still tense as I turn. Okay. If I relax the back more, this is what happens to me. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be more like when we come down here, as though we were stopping here and then going to this. The back has to be a little bit more bent than in 2 hands to hold the toes in order to So two hands hold the toes like this, okay, but I can't reach my knee, so I have to bend a little bit more, but I'm not relaxing it entirely because then I would be like this, and nothing's happening with my kidneys if I do that. Okay, so a little bit tenser, not fully relaxed. I don't want to let my head drop down too far. I want to do this. So let's say when you're looking up like this, the head should be level this way. And if it goes any lower than that, well, the head and the back, if they relax any more. Like it down here, I don't feel much of a stretch. Yeah, good question. Yeah, it's interesting to analyze every part and get a very good understanding of what's correct and what's not correct. And chances are, if you become a Qigong teacher, you'll eventually get asked questions like that from curious students. And sometimes we just take for granted that, yeah, it's going to be this way, and everybody should understand that, right? But no, you need to explain why it is the way it is, and not the way it's not. And the feeling is the key to analyzing why the movement is the way it is. So, of course, the key thing is we want the feeling here in the kidney area. We want to get this twist. If we were to bend the back too much, we would lose most of that twist. Now, let's go on to the turn the head to look at the moon. Because we have a similar exercise in the coiling set, but there's a big difference, which is important to keep in mind, that it's not the same movement as in the coiling set. Because in the coiling set, remember, we are twisting the arms and the back and the torso, and well, even down into the legs. We're twisting because we're trying to generate qi in the area of the joints using the piezoelectric effect of bone tissue. So when we twist like this, the pressure of the tendons and muscles on the bones activates their piezoelectric properties, and we get qi. Coiling sets for the joints, okay, and for the bone marrow and the skin. The winter season set is for the kidneys. So if I were to twist here, yeah, this is really good for the joints. I feel almost nothing here. Almost nothing, because for some reason, this twisting of the hands is preventing me from getting much of a twisting effect on the kidneys. Oh, there's a little. Okay. So we're not twisting the joints. We're twisting the kidneys. Kidney area. So the look how much farther I can turn, and here now I feel this whole area is being tensed and now relaxed. So don't do this. Don't twist the arms and hands. Twist the torso. Okay. Breathing pattern. What's the familiar one, right? Where We inhale, exhale and turn. Shoulder width or a little bit wider. Because if I stand hip width, it's too narrow. And actually I see that I don't get much of a twist on the kidneys if I stand with my feet only hip width apart. Not a very good twist. So if I go out to a little bit wider than shoulder width, see I can turn so much farther. And very nice twist on the kidneys. So breathing pattern, inhale, exhale, hold the position, inhale, exhale, come back to center, and when this area of the lower back relaxes, in, out, hold the position, in, out, lower back relaxed. Of course, you remember that when we're holding the position and inhaling, this is a very deep inhalation. Not 100%, but it's going to be 80% or maybe 85% of the lung capacity, because we want the diaphragm to come down and massage the kidneys. They're located right below the diaphragm, and of course right on top of the kidneys are the adrenal glands. So we want the diaphragm to come down deeply when we inhale. So in, out, and knees stay straight ahead. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, and out, in, out, in, and out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. So it's important for the knees to stay straight ahead, because if I let the knees turn, then the twisting effect on the kidneys will be diminished. Because some of that twisting will be done in the knees. So if I were to do this, much less twist on the kidneys, much more twist on the knees, which is not good for the knees. I mean, unless you've been training your knees since age 2, you don't want to be twisting them at age much later, okay? So the knees stay straight ahead. Back view, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Okay, questions so far on that one? This is a stretch in, not stretching just this way, but stretching up and to the side. So yeah, kind of lift your hand a little bit here. If you were to twist here, not as good as if you do kind of diagonally, a stretch. Okay, there's an enhancement for this where you can make your stance even wider. So up to double shoulder width horse stance. And this is just like in the coiling set too, where you have turned the head to look at the moon, and then you have this stance for large python turns its body. Shift the weight, twist. Come back to center, shift the weight and twist. Knee stays straight ahead, particularly on this side where you're twisting to. Okay. Now, to tell you the truth, I don't feel a lot of extra benefit to this wider stance for this one, but that could just be me. So if you like this, again, the stretch is this way, not just this way, and not this way, but this way. So you can add that enhancement. Okay, it's amazing how deep a dive you can do on these things. When again, sometimes you kind of take for granted that this is the way it is, and you don't really make totally clear some of the subtleties of the way it is. So yeah, it's good to look very detailed at these movements, and then you understand the routine very thoroughly. You'll have great confidence if you teach it. And also great confidence in your own practice, because you can understand why it's supposed to work, and you can also feel if you're doing it the right way, so that when you know you're doing it the right way, then you'll have confidence that it will work for you. All right. The fourth one is the large bear softens its waist, and it's got 3 parts. So we've got a massage for the first part. What to call that? Massage. We simply make the fist, and we make a tight fist, and then we place it over the kidney areas. The kidney area is supposed to be about the same level as the elbow when your arm hangs down relaxed here. So about this area. And well, not too tight a fist, but it's solid instead of being loose like holding a marble. This is tighter, but not totally locked up tight. And we're going to do a little wave like in spine sigh, where we exhale and press the fist into the kidney area and wave the spine back like this, so that the kidney area presses into the fist. So this is, I'll call it a static massage, since we're not moving the hand. So exhale, inhale, exhale. And this is a fairly short movement, so for the number of repetitions, I would go for 12. You could do more, but it doesn't take long to do. So, why not do the higher number of the repetitions range? Okay. And so using the back of the fist. And so now I use the other fist to tight, but not tense. I have to lift this arm and place it over the kidney. Exhale, inhale, exhale. I was going a little bit fast for that one, so can do more slowly. Then the second part is the Pai Da, the tapping. So Pai Da, P-A-I, new word, D-A. So now we make loose fists, and we're going to use the eye of the fist. So this part right here. So we're holding a large marble in the palm of the hand. And we'll use both hands at the same time. We'll tap the kidney area. Then work downward. Then we'll converge on the Ming Men. Right, same level as the navel. So both hands will tap the Ming Men, and we'll tap down the sacrum. And then we'll separate the two hands and tap down the center line of each buttock. Okay, so the kidneys, and we're just breathing normally through this one. Kidneys, Ming Men, sacrum, and buttocks. Tingly. Okay, so Pai Da. And so what's going on with this? First of all, we're leading the kidney energy down. So normally in Qigong massage, we lead the energy downward as we do massage. In a normally healthy person, we always lead the energy down to release the energy, because usually it's the idea of releasing the energy and getting it moving, restoring free movement of the energy. Tapping the kidney area brings the qi that we've generated in the kidneys and the tissues that surround the kidneys. It brings it to the surface of the skin. Also helps to generate a little bit more qi as we pat. Then we lead it down. Now, the kidney channel's here, okay? So over here, we've got the urinary bladder channel, which is the yang organ pair to the kidneys in the kidney organ network. So as we lead the energy down, we're leading it to the Ming Men. And the Ming Men is the gate of kidney energy. So that makes sense that we lead it to the Ming Men, but then as we tap on down, the urinary bladder channel goes down the center of the buttocks and the back of the legs. So we're leading the qi down into urinary bladder channel as we diverge from the Ming Men and tap down the buttocks. The third part of the large bear softens its waist. As you can generate heat in the Lao Gong gates in the center of your hands. And we're going to dredge the energy. Now again, I'm not saying dredge the channel because the kidney channel is here. So we're dredging the energy from the kidney area. So heat up the Lao Gong, so that the locals are full of energy, and we're using Faraday's law of magnetic induction. And massaging down. So down over the kidneys and down over the center of the buttocks. I bring the hands together around the Mingmen, but you can't really overlap them on the Mingmen, so the hands are too big. So down like that. And breathing pattern, I would exhale as you're going down. So exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Because now we're leading the energy out. So exhale is harmonizing with leading the energy out. So this feels very nice. The tapping massage makes the area all tingly, and then this dredging massage kind of smooths out that tingliness and just makes the area feel comfortable and soothed. All right, so 12 times for that one, 2 at least. And any questions on the large bear softens its waist?